Good morning, everyone. Myself Niveta. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of ECE in SRMTRP Engineering College, Trichy. Now I am going to present a small presentation over optical fiber communication. So the first thing is what is meant by optical fiber communication means transmitting the information in the form of light pulses from transmitter to receiver is known as optical fiber communication. So what we are doing here means we are transmitting the information from transmitter to receiver through light pulses, that is through waveguide or optical fiber. Why we are preferring optical fiber communication means the transmission loss and the transmission loss is low in optical fiber communication and it will occupy wide bandwidth to transmit the signal. So the number of wires and repeaters are decreased in optical fiber communication. And the next point is the speed of the light is very high. So the information will be transmitted from transmitter to receiver in a couple of seconds. So we are preferring optical fiber communication. In optical fiber communication, light signal act as a electromagnetic carrier. So the light signal will be acting as a electromagnetic carrier which helps to modulate the information signal and carries from transmitter to receiver. So what is meant by optical fiber? So an optical fiber is nothing but it is a dielectric waveguide which will be operating at optical frequency. So the frequency range of optical fiber is it will be acting in optical frequency range. So an optical fiber is nothing but it is a thin cylindrical fiber which will be acting as a waveguide through which the signal will be transmitted from transmitter to receiver. So what is the function of optical fiber means it will be confining the electromagnetic energy in the form of light to within its surface and guide the light in the direction parallel to the axis. So the next one is what is meant by optical fiber. So an optical fiber is nothing but a thin cylindrical fiber. So the optical fiber is made up of a glass or any transparent dielectric medium. The waveguides are also used uh, for optical fiber communication. So what is the function of waveguide means it will be guide the visible and infrared light over long distance. So this is the structure of optical fiber. So here you can see an optical fiber will be having three layers. The first one is core, the second one is cladding, and the third one is buffer coating. So in the core only we will be able to transmit the light signal. So the cladding, this region will be acting as a cover. So it will be acting as a protective cover for the core so that the information will be transmitted through the core. So here what will be happening means the light signal will be propagated through the core uh, inside the core only. If the light signal propagates outside the core mean it will be uh, distorted or the wave will not be transmitted from the transmitter to the receiver. So the cladding, what is the function of cladding means it will be acting as a what is the function of cladding means it will be acting as a outer protective core for core. The third layer is buffer coating. So the buffer coating is nothing but it will be acting as a outer protective layer for both core and cladding. So this is the general structure of optical fiber. So the general structure of optical fiber consists of three layers. The first one is core, and the second one is cladding, and the third one is buffer coating. The core is nothing but it is a thin glass center of fiber where the light get traveled. So the next one is cladding. So cladding is nothing but it is a outer region of core. It will be acting as a protective layer for core so that the light will be transmitted in the core only. So the refractive index of core is n1 and the refractive index of cladding is slightly lesser than n1, that is n2. And the third region is buffer. So what is a buffer means? Buffer is nothing but it is a plastic coating which will protect the fiber from moisture and other noises. So what is the advantage of cladding? So you can there are two outer region of core. So what is the advantage of cladding means it will be it will reduce the scattering loss and it adds mechanical strength to the fiber. So this is the structure of optical fiber. So you can see the core is nothing but it is a center tube of thin size optically transparent dielectric medium. It will be carry the light from transmitter to receiver. So the core diameter is 5 micrometer to 100 micrometer. So the next region is cladding. So cladding, it will be acting as a outer region of core. So it will be having a refractive index slightly lower than the core. So the refractive index of core is n1, whereas cladding is n2. It will be lesser than n1. Then last layer is buffer coating. That is, the buffer is made up of plastic. It will be covering the fiber. It is made up of silicon rubber. What is the diameter means 250 to 300 micrometer. So this is the structure of fiber. So moving on to the next thing is principle. So what is the main principle which is involved in propagating a light from transmitter to receiver is nothing but total internal reflection. So total internal reflection is the main principle which is involved in transmitting the information in the form of light from transmitter to receiver. Okay, so here you can see, you can consider there are two mediums, n1 and n2. So this is the first medium and this is the second medium. From the first medium the light get travel to the second medium. So when the light is incident on the interface, so this is the interface. When the light is incident on the interface between two medium having different indices. So you can see that this is the n1 is the refractive index of first medium and n2 is the refractive index of second medium. So both the medium are having different refractive indexes. So when the light is incident on the center interface between the two medium at an angle greater than the critical angle, the light get totally internally reflected. So this is the main principle which is involved in the propagation of light through a fiber. So when the incident angle is greater than the critical angle means what will happening if the light get reflected back into the original dielectric medium, which is known as total internal reflection. Here you can see this is the fiber, this is the core region of fiber, this is cladding. Okay, when the light travels on the interface, if the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle means what will be happening means when the light fall on this area, when the angle is greater than means it will get reflected back into the surface only. So the light travel inside the core region, so it will not move towards the outer region. So this is the main principle of behind that uh, propagation of light through optical fiber. So the next one is refractive index. So what is meant by refractive index means it is nothing but the ratio of velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in the medium. So this is the refractive index. So how the light get traveled in an optical fiber can be explained using ray theory model. So ray theory model is the one model which is used to explain the propagation of light within the optical fiber. Okay, uh, ray of light. So when a ray of light is traveling from slightly denser medium, then it's slightly denser medium to large denser medium means when an ray this is the incident angle, it will fall on the interface between the two dielectric medium. What will happening means reflection occur. First one is reflection. So what is mean by reflection means the light get reflected back to the original surface. So this is nothing but reflection. So what is reflection means change of direction of light ray. That is, it involves two rays, that it will be having two rays. First one is incident and the next one is reflected ray. So if the dielectric on the side of interface n2 is less than n1 means what will be happening means the light will be reflected back to its original. That is, refractive index of one medium is less than the other medium means what will be happening means the light will be reflected back to its original surface. So here total internal reflection will be happened. So the light propagates inside the core only. So here what happened means Snell's law. Snell's law has been derived, which is nothing but the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction are related to the refractive index of the dielectric is nothing but Snell's law. So it gives the relationship between the angle of incidence and the refraction for a waveguide on the interface for the wave which incident on the interface between two different media with different reflective index. So n1 sin theta 1 will be equal to n2 sin theta 2. So this is the Snell's law formula. So here you can see this is the Snell's law formula. So what is meant by Snell's law means it gives the relationship between angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. Okay. So next one is critical angle. So what is meant by critical angle? So critical angle means with nothing but minimum angle of incidence beyond which total internal reflection occurs for light traveling from the medium of higher to lower refractive index is known as critical angle. So this is the working principle of optical fiber, which is nothing but total internal reflection. Total internal reflection is nothing but when the light falls on the interface between two media having two different refractive index. The refractive index, when the incident angle is greater than the critical angle, what will be happening means the light fall back to its original position. So this is nothing but total internal reflection. So here you can see. So you can consider this is the core region of optical fiber. This is the incident light which fall on the interface between core. What will be happening means when the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, it get reflected back to its original position. So here also what will be happening means angle of incidence will be greater than, so it get reflected back here, here. So this is the main principle behind optical fiber communication. So in order to achieve the total internal reflection, what are the conditions have to be satisfied அப்படின்னா, the first condition is the angle of incidence, the light incident on the dielectric n1 should be greater than n2 and the angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. So these are the two conditions which should satisfy by the light signal in order to achieve total internal reflection. So the first condition is refractive index of n1 must be greater than the refractive index of n2. The angle of incidence must be greater than critical angle. So moving on to the next one is different types of fibers and their properties. So what are the different types of fibers and what are their properties? The first one is optical fibers are classified based on modes, based on refractive index and modes. Okay. So fiber can be classified based on modes, refractive index and modes and refractive index. The first one is based on modes. There are two types. The first one is single mode and the second one is multi mode. Based on the refractive index, step index fiber, graded index fiber. Based on modes and refractive index, single mode step index fiber, multi mode step index, multi mode graded index. So in graded index, multi mode fiber can only occur, it cannot be occurred in single mode fiber. Okay. So the first one is step index fiber. So what is mean by step index fiber abdina? The refractive index of the core is uniform in step index fiber and abrupt change in refractive index takes place at the interface of core and cladding in step index fiber. So the refractive index is uniform, abrupt change will occur only in the refractive index of interface. Okay. Then the light rays propagate in zigzag manner inside the core and the rays travel in the fiber as meridional rays and they cross the fiber axis for every reflection. So these are the properties of step index fiber. Okay, the refractive index of the core is maximum and constant, so it will change only in stepwise manner. Okay, the next one, this is a step index multimode fiber. So what is mean by step index multimode fiber abdina? So step index multimode fiber means multimode step index fiber, it will be having a core of radius a and a constant refractive index n1. So the cladding of slightly lower refractive index n2 which will be surrounding the core The step decrease in the value of refractive index at the core and cladding interface. This step decrease occurs at a radius equal to a, that is core radius. The difference in the core and cladding refractive index is the parameter, and it is denoted as delta, which is nothing but del is equal to n1 square minus n2 square divided by 2n1 square. Okay, this is the step index multimode fiber. So they're moving on to the next one is step index single mode fiber. So in single mode fiber, the propagation of light, it will be having only one path, and it contains a small diameter of center core, because it will be having only one path of light. So single mode step index fiber, it will be having low attenuation, high bandwidth, and the fiber cutoff wavelength is smallest operating wavelength when compared to the multimode fiber. Okay, so this is the property of single mode step index fiber. Now moving on to the next one is graded index fiber. So graded index fiber means the refractive index of core is not uniform, whereas in step index the refractive index is uniform. Here the refractive index is not uniform, and it will be very parabolically along the axis of the fiber. Here the light ray propagate in the form of skew ray or helical ray, so they won't cross the fiber axis. So all the light path tend to arrive at one point simultaneously, which result in less modal dispersion. Okay, so this is the general block diagram of optical fiber communication. So here you can see, so this is the source of information, that is from here only the information will be generated, and it will be act as a transmitter or source, so that from here the information will be generated, and the information should be transmitted from the transmitter to the receiver. So here the information is passed through the electrical transmitter. So what is the purpose of electrical transmit means, here the digital signals can also be generated. Uh, so the information may be either voice, data, video, or digital. So that information should be converted into electrical signal. So this is the function of electrical transmitter. It will convert the signal to electrical signal. From the electrical transmit, it is passed through the optical source. So what is the purpose of optical source means, here either laser or LED will be placed, which will be convert the electrical to optical signal. So the electrical signal will be converted into light signal. So the light signal is supposed to transmit in the optical fiber cable. So this will be acting as a transmission medium, which will carry the light signal from the transmitter to the source, from the transmitter to the receiver. So through which the light travel, and it is passed through the photo detector. So this is the demodulation. Here the demodulation takes place. What is the demodulation? The original signal is recovered from the uh, light signal. So photo detector is nothing but it will be acting as a here you can see source may be either a laser or LED. The here from the receiver side, the detector may be either a photo detector, pin detector, avalanche photodiode. It will be acting as a detector region. Here the original light signal is detected, and it is converted to electrical signal, and it reaches the receiver. So this is the general structure of optical fiber communication system. So these are the primary elements of optical fiber communication system, which helps to transmit information from source to destination. So the first one is transmitter. So the transmitter, it will be having an information source. So in the transmitter, what will be happening means, here you can see the here itself an indication, the block diagram itself an indication has placed, which describe a red color arrow symbol defines electrical signal, whereas blue color signal defines optical signal. So the first one, the electrical signal is passed through the transmitter. Here in the transmitter, a block is named as light, which convert the electrical into optical signal, that is light signal. From the light signal, it is passed through the regenerator. In the regenerator, what will be happening means, the original signal is passed through the optical fiber cable, which act as a transmission medium, and it is passed through the receiver. In the receiver, the original electrical signal is converted from the light signal. So you can see uh, here the electrical signal is transmitted. This signal get converted here as optical signal. The optical signal is transmitted through the transmission media and it reaches the receiver as optical signal. Then it is converted into electrical signal. So this is the main block diagram and primary elements involved in transmitting a light from transmitter to receiver. So what are the advantages of optical fiber means it uses wide bandwidth and it will be consisting of electrical isolation between the transmission medium, and the transmission loss is very low, small size, lightweight, high signal security, immunity to interference and crosstalk. It will consume only low power. So these are the advantages of optical fiber communication. Moving on to the next thing is application. So what are the applications of optical fiber communication means it is having a wider range of application in all fields. And the first one is in telecommunication field. So in telecommunication field you can see it is act as a telephone transmission method, uses fiber optic cable. So optical fiber transmit energy in the form of light pulses. CAT method is cable television services are supplied with fiber optic cables. And the second one is space application, broadband application, computer application. So in computer application means a single mode optical fibers are used to configure wide area networks, that is WAN, metropolitan area network, MAN, and campus networks. And mining application, in medical application, and in military application. So here you can see in medical application, optical fibers are well suited for medical use because they can be made in extremely thin and flexible strands for insertion into blood vessel, lung, and other hollow parts of the body. So optical fibers are used in number of instruments that enable doctor to view the internal body parts, that is endoscopy, without any surgery. Okay. In military application, you can see it is used in uh, the optical fiber is used, and in electronics also we are using optical fibers. So this is one of the application of optical fiber in medical field. So optical fibers are used in endoscope. So in endoscope what will be happening is in the center region two fibers are inserted. One is for illuminating light and the other is to capture the images. Okay. So these are the advantages of optical fiber. The life of the fiber is longer than copper fiber. Handling and installation cost of optical fiber is very low. It is unaffected with electromagnetic interference. Attenuation in optical fiber is lower than coaxial cable. There is no necessity of additional equipment for protecting against grounding and voltage problem. As it does not radiate energy, any antenna or detector cannot detect its range, hence it provide a security. So even though there are many advantages in optical fiber, there are some disadvantages too. That is cost of interfacing equipment necessary to convert electrical signal to optical signal is very high. So it required high skilled installers, and additional adding node is that is adding of nodes, additional node is very difficult. Fiber joining process is very difficult and it is very costly. So these are the disadvantages of optical fiber. Thank you.